let's get to Whiteboard Wednesday. Hey! Okay, you guys know how this works. First up, Ezekiel Elliott. The deal is done, but he's not the only player on the Cowboys or in the NFC East, guys. So the single most important person in the NFC East this season is...
Ooh, go get it, Trey.
2 years ago, the NFL Coach of the Year was Sean McVay. 3 years ago, the NFL Coach of the Year was this guy, Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, there is no more excuses. You've got all the players on the field. You got the new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore. Can you win the big one? We ask it every single season. Remember, guys, the Cowboys haven't gotten to an NFC championship game since Barry Switzer was the head coach in 1995. Jason Garrett, there is a lot of eyeballs on the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's the single most important person. A lot of personalities in that locker room, a lot of salaries being paid, a lot of salaries not being paid yet. Jason Garrett, most important guy in the entire division for me right now.
All right, I'm going to go with the guy that we're talking about, Ezekiel Elliott. And the reason that I put the dollar signs is, of course, he just got paid the big bag of money. But sandwiched in between there, RB, running back. So we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about him getting top dollar. But what I'm concerned about is, can he be the top running back in the NFL? In order for this team to be as successful as we want them to be, or the Dallas Cowboys want themselves to be, Zeke is going to have to be at the top of his game. So Zeke controls the narrative not only to this division, maybe to this conference, hell, maybe the entire NFL. If he's the best back in the business, then we're talking about the Cowboys making a run for the Super Bowl.
Best back in the business. Do you think he's even the best back in the
Great
division?
question,
What about
Colleen.
Saquon?
Hey, listen, I'm just talking the pure facts. This is the guy who was the rushing leader 2 out of the last 3 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Saquon just got here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Zeke been here. He got his feet up.
I love it. I love the running backs in this division. Okay, Kyle, what do you think?
Saquon's going to get a quarter bill. I'm going to turn this name around. This is the name Todd France. You're saying, who is That Todd France is Dak Prescott's agent. This is a very interesting position here because there was this report that we went with that Dak was offered $30 million, a $30 million deal, and he was encouraged to walk away, to retreat from it. Interesting strategy for someone named France. Now, he is entering the season now as all his teammates are being paid, and apparently Dak's just going to go into this thing with no deal. I don't know. I mean, I'm reminded of 1996. Remember when Rod Tidwell got the deal faxed to them in a fax machine, and they said it was terrible, it's a low ball, and Jerry said, it's a risk, Rod. They entered the season, he played it out because Glenn Fry was lowballing them for the Cardinals.
Glenn Fry, the GM.
And it worked out in the end because there was magic, and it was Cameron Crowe, and it was beautiful. Just know, Dak, you're entering the season with no deal, and every one of your teammates has one. It's a risk, Dak. Ball up.
No deal for Dak, but there is a deal for this guy. Jared Goff, the latest #1 overall pick at quarterback to break the bank. So the former #1 overall pick that you're most fascinated by this season.
I'm just keep it simple. Jared Goff in the Super Bowl didn't play well. Now you got the money. Now prove that you're worth the money.
That's it. Jameis Winston, because everyone else is getting paid and getting broken off, and it's silent over there in Tampa. Jameis Winston has a new agent. Joel Siegel is now representing his deals, who's a big-time NFL guy. And then you've got the Buccaneers, who want to love Jameis. They've wrapped their arms around him a million times, despite a lot of other things that other teams might have been repelled by. This is the year. Jameis, are you the franchise guy? Go out and ball out. Earn that money.
Love it. I'm going to go with this guy. The Browns open against the Titans, and the Titans tight end Delaney Walker said this week, it's all Browns this and Browns that. On Monday, it's going to be all Browns this and Browns that. I think the Browns, Baker, Odell et al. Are about to explode, I believe. Baker.
Baker Mayfield. Okay, last one here. The city of Chicago waiting for you guys. You guys are going to get on a flight right after the show. So the one Chicago icon that you would like to see in the Windy City is?
Okay, I'm 38 years old, married with 3 kids.
Okay.
And we're going on 16 years. So in the hierarchy of what I look up to, it's Jesus, my dad, and then this guy, Al Bundy.
What's happening?
No, I don't know why. At a young age, I was watching this show, but weirdly, it shaped me into the adult married man I am today.
Sure.
Hey, shout out to Al Bundy, hands in the pants and all.
Hey.
That's good. Nate goes with a funny answer instead of a serious one. I'm going to go with this guy. I think I'm going with Bud Bundy. Kay is in front of that fountain right now, and I'm thinking to myself, love and marriage, love and marriage. Enough about football. Let's get to the reruns of Married with Children. Bud Bundy, shadily very cool in my eyes.
Low key.
Okay.
Are
so
we done?
Kyle, who are you going to go
Are
with?
we done with the old dumbass Chicago-based sitcoms? Can I give a real answer right here? I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the program Married with Children, but there was a very fetching young star named Kelly Bundy, and I'll be watching her. Meanwhile, Al Bundy used to go, oh, Peg, if we're going upstairs, I'm going to need some wild turkey. And then he'd go up the stairs. It's a great show. We're going to be at the fountain tomorrow morning.
Kelly not the smartest quarterback in the huddle.
No.
And that's why I like her.
I loved how Peg would just have bonbons.
Bonbons.
Like all the time.